too, for hosting us all this evening. What a great place. It's great to see this many people come out and support our community. And Marine Discovery Center does some amazing things that they're going to tell you about. And now I'm going to introduce Mr. Chad Trexel. Did I say that right?
You did.
Awesome.
Perfect, yeah. Glad you guys are here. Beautiful turnout. My name is Chad. I'm the director here at the center. You know, it's a great evening. It's a great time to be in New Smyrna Beach. It's buzzing around here. We had, I think, over 80 or so students from Westside Elementary buzzing around there earlier. We have about 10 students here from Appalachian State that spend the whole week with us, basically as part of their alternative spring break. So they're basically sacrificing their normal spring break to come here and give back to their community all the way to New Smyrna Beach. So that's pretty cool. A lot of different things happening, you know, here at the center. So we're glad you guys are here to kind of learn a little bit more about what we do. And so before I go a little bit further, I want to introduce some of our board members here that are here with us tonight. We have our board chair, who unfortunately in a couple of months is no longer going to be our board chair. She has been amazing. Diane Yeaton, I just want to recognize tonight. We also have Fielding Cooley, who is my predecessor and now on our board. Happy to have Fielding here. And I don't think we have any more board members, or am I? Okay. And then we have, so what makes the, I move a lot, by the way. What makes the Marine Discovery Center, what makes the Marine Discovery Center work is a community, right? So we have wonderful staff and they do a wonderful job. And our staff are amazing. Our volunteers blow all of us away when it comes to their commitment to what they do on a daily basis. We have lots of those volunteers that commit. I think we're up to like 4,000 hours or so, you know, a year to the Marine Discovery Center in various aspects, whether working on oyster projects or we're volunteering with our education outreach program or helping answer phones. We're just doing general maintenance around the center. So volunteers are a key part. But staff are as well, and we have grown. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But I want to introduce our staff. So if our staff could raise their hand so I can see it. We have Scott Schmoley, our boat operations coordinator. He has no problem cheering for himself. That's Scott Schmoley. We have Jessie Whale. She's our shoreline restoration coordinator, our oyster girl. Right there. And then Mallory Brooks, are you here?
They're still talking to people.
They're still talking. So is there any other staff members I need to, oh, thank you. Noelle Dunbar. Noelle heads up our Welcome Center area. So when you come in, that's her area that she does a wonderful job at. And anyways, you had a chance to meet our volunteer membership coordinator, Tracy Gardelis. I really am moving a lot.
The mermaid.
Yeah, the mermaid. You might know her as the mermaid. And she is wonderful. And if you're not a member, please see Tracy. We'd love for each of you to be a member of the Marine Discovery Center. I mean, just by becoming a member, you get a chance to go out on one of our kayak tours or a dolphin discovery tour. So definitely, you know, that's an easy thing. It's a win-win. You help support us. You get a chance to go out and enjoy the water. If you haven't been on one of our tours, we really do a pretty awesome job. Actually, Tracy's one of those narrators, and we do a pretty good job at that. With that being said, Project H2O. I want to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to go this way now again. I swear. I'm really giving you a hard time, Mark. I just want to make sure I can see everyone. Project H2O. You all are probably familiar, but we're experiencing some concerns right now with our waters, right? I mean, if you fish, if you boat, or if you just enjoy being out on that water, we have another algae bloom occurring right now. So these algae blooms are normal in systems, but their frequency and duration is not normal. This particular one is not normal. We started in 2011, came back in 12 and 13. We were thinking we were okay in 14, 15, it's back again. So these are things that affect all of us, right? So if our environment is not healthy, people don't come. You know, fish are dying, dolphins are dying, real estate numbers are going to be down. Right now in Stewart, Martin County, their property values are down about $1 billion because of the Lake Okeechobee discharge that's killing off their real estate values and killing really their community, their livelihoods. Now, our issues are very different here. The point being, though, is that environment's critical, a healthy environment. You know, it's what we enjoy, whether it's just the value of the aesthetics of a sunset and just getting out there, to the idea of fishing and the multi-billion dollars that fishing brings to our economy. you know, to the ecotourism side. And Fielding is going to talk to you a little bit more about that, but that's what we're charged with here at the Marine Discovery Center. If you don't know about what we do, it's all about protecting the Indian River Lagoon. How do we do that? A big part is making people aware. What is that body of water? How unique is it? If you don't know, it's North America's most biologically diverse estuary. So our backyard is more famous when it comes to the different types of plants and animals that can be found than any other place in North America. So 4,000 different animals and species spend their lives in our waters. You know, so we take it for granted sometimes, you know, the dolphins and the manatees and a variety of birds, but it's pretty spectacular. We were out with a group last Friday, found an octopus. I mean, it's amazing what you can find in that water, whether you've lived here for your whole life or just a couple of, you know, years. It's special. We want to keep it that way, and that's what we're all about. We also do coastal restoration work. Many of you are familiar with that. But we primarily focus on living shorelines. So instead of having, you know, a yard and just a bulkhead or a seawall, it's nice when you can actually add oysters and mangroves and plants. Not only does that help provide that erosion control, which nature does very well, but provides those living elements for a lot of other plants and animals to have a home. So it's really, you know, critical. It helps filter nutrients, and overall, it's something that we showcase. So we're going to have a little tour if you'd like. I know some of you might not be able to attend. I hope all of you can. High heels might be a little challenging. There's high heels over there. But you can try. We're going to walk back in this salt marsh. Jesse Wells will take you on a wonderful, we have a 5-acre restoration project that occurred on this property. I know many of you know this is the old New Smyrna Beach High School. I used to teach marine science back where the track used to be, and now it's a 5-acre salt marsh. Historically, this site 60 years ago was all salt marsh, so we wanted to turn some of that back. So we'll talk more about that as well. Anyways, a lot of great things. We've had a great year. New things that are coming up. We're very excited. We have an ECHO grant that we received, so we'll be adding an amphitheater here on the property. Walking trails all over. We're going to do a lot of different events. We have an upcoming event, hopefully all of you can come, called Lagunacy. The idea of celebrating the lagoon in a fun way. Cardboard boat race. Chamber, hopefully we'll have a team. Alright, so we're going to have lots of teams doing a cardboard boat race. And the idea is, how do we celebrate the Indian River Lagoon through music, arts. Artist Workshop is one of our partners. Regina Wise over there. Want to give her a shout out, and also her nonprofit. Yep. Gina's awesome. So anyways, it's going to be a great event. It's April 2nd. There's plenty of information up there if you guys want to learn more about that as well. So with all that being said, I have a little video that I'm going to show you. It's about 3 minutes. But before I go into that, I want to turn it over to Fielding Cooley to tell you a little bit more about the Marine Discovery Center.
Well, some of you might remember me. I was the former executive director, and we certainly had some challenges back when, about 5-6 years ago, when I was the executive director. The economy was going very bad at that time, and we were working frantically with the Fish and Wildlife Commission and the city and the county, trying to build partnerships to see if we couldn't get an actual facility for the Marine Discovery Center. And one of the things that we learned in the process of trying to do that is that Marine Discovery Center needed to learn how to be really good at partnerships, and I think we've done a good job of that in the course of the years. What we learned as a result of our partnership with Fish and Wildlife was we learned just how valuable it is to the community to have a viable ecosystem here. It brings in tourism. Now, we take a lot of that for granted, but there's this beautiful ocean out there and an inlet. We've got this great lagoon, and people come here, and that's why they come here. They also come here because this is a lovely little community, but it's also a big draw because people like to fish, they like to boat, they like to get out to the beach, and as long as we keep all of that working well, then we have an engine that drives the economy. I think one of the things that I learned when we were working with the Fish and Wildlife Commission was that something like $7 million a year comes into this community as a result of ecotourism, fishing, boating, all of those aspects that we all just sort of take for granted and love here in the community. But that feeds everyone's business. Now, since I left the Marine Discovery Center, I got involved in Kai's real estate. I'm a realtor. So those of you, I see some realtors out there. I see. Okay. I'm now with Kai's Realty, and
Is there a realtor in here?
and one of the things that I hear all the time in dealing with customers who are looking to come and move here is that they're very concerned that we keep the environment the way it is, keep it productive, and keep it clean and open for the community. And so the Marine Discovery Center plays a really big role in making sure that we as a community work together to make that happen. And that's why I think many people don't necessarily understand that the Marine Discovery Center, I mean, they might say, well, why are we a member of the Chamber of Commerce? Well, you know, we're all involved in business. And even though the Marine Discovery Center is a nonprofit, we still have to make money. We still have to bring in donations. We still have to run our eco tours. So we're a business just like the rest of them. And so we really can appreciate what it takes to run a business. Now, when we got here, it was the year that I left the Marine Discovery Center as executive director. The water taxi had gone belly up because of the economy. Our tour boat was in disrepair, and we lived in trailers over here by the river. Now we have this lovely facility here, and Chad has done a huge job in putting this together. It is a tremendous asset to this community, and I am proud to be on the board. And I think you wanted me to say something about H2O.
Please, Project H2O.
Well, I got involved working with several partners in the community and the county with a concept that was, let's pull partners together to see what we can do to form a better partnership with local universities, the county government, city governments, as well as Fish and Wildlife Commission at the state level. The regional level, we bring in the St. Johns River Water Management District. And we have a couple of other nonprofit environmental organizations that we pulled together. And what we're now doing with this partnership, and I mentioned partnerships and how important they are, this partnership is working very hard to try to deal with some of the water issues, water-related issues. The springs, for example, and the St. Johns River have some problems. Septic tank systems are not working like they should. It's causing problems with water, not just in the lagoon, but in the freshwater environment as well. And you'll see the effects of it when we go to the beach and we see the tide goes in and out, and we see if we've got a bloom, you're going to see a lot of that rusty looking water that runs out along the beach. Well, we brought this partnership together, and we now have a person working here at the Marine Discovery Center on a grant that is responsible for heading up that partnership.
She's way in the back. She just walked in. Mallory Brooks is heading that project up. So. And our mermaid too. So our mermaid just arrived. Our volunteer coordinator Tracy Gardner.
So it really works well that we have the community and folks like you who are involved in the Marine Discovery Center that really generates that kind of partnership, because we're able to get out and talk to various elements and pull them together, and now we're all working together in this one project, Project H2O, and you can be proud of the Marine Discovery Center for having put that thing together. They were a chief leader, and Chad took the leadership role in pulling that all together. So there are lots of things that we're doing here. We're not just a tour boat business. So with that,
Thank you, Julie. A couple of things really quickly. I do want to thank Fred Gunther for providing this wonderful coffee and tea for us tonight. Fred, are you here at all? There, thank you, right there, Fred. The coffee talk. So please, I know he's a chamber member, so please, check Fred out. Anyways, we really appreciate you guys being here. We're going to show you a quick video. It's about 3 minutes, but this really will tell a little bit more of a story because we're not about being inside. It's nice, it's comfortable, it's not windy. But this is really what we're all about, is getting outside. So we're going to show you a little video, and then we'd love to take you on a walk if you want to check out the marsh. So I'm going to turn it on. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Can you hit that light over there? Thank you. We got it.
Never been so sure, across so steady. Gonna live my life to keep the promises I made. Even though I made mistakes, I knew I would. Found a heart that was just like mine. Yeah, I found a heart that was just like mine. It's the kind of love that can make you blind. And I'd do anything to see him smile. Oh, I'm ready. Never been so sure, quite so steady. Gonna live my life to keep the promises I made. Even though I make mistakes, I know I'm ready. Is the kind of love that understands. He said change his life to be my man. So he bought a ring and took my hand. He says he's ready. He's never been so sure, quite so steady. He's gonna live his life to keep the promises he made. Even though he makes mistakes, I know he's ready. For better or for worse, he's gonna carry. I'm gonna have my hurts, but it's the treasure of my life. Just standing by his side, I know I'm ready. I found a heart that was just like mine. Yeah, he makes me laugh and he lets me cry. Oh, listen to it and lose my mind. And now I get to go by his side. I'm lucky in that way. Never been so sure, quite so steady. Gonna live my life to keep the promises I made. Even though I make mistakes, I know I'm ready. For better or for worse, I'm gonna carry. We're gonna have our hurts, but it's the treasure of my life. Just spend